As you can see, I have a lot of wisdom, and it's been accrued over many, many years of education. So knowledge is not wisdom. And I'd like to keep saying this over and over again, that even if you get 99.9%, I would not rate you as being wise. One round of experience will make you super wise. And that's why my students call me Supermam. If you can see what you see on the slide, I'm not somebody who believes too much in the PowerPoint. My power is here. So I want you also to remember that your power is there too. So I may not be perfect, but I'm 100% what you see, which means that I'm genuine. My emotions are very visible. I love when I love. I'm angry when I'm angry. I speak my mind out. And when I deal with myself, I use my mind. And when I deal with others, I use my heart. And I think this is the biggest lesson that I came all the way here to share with you. I believe in being myself. And I think you should believe in being yourself. The problem happens when I try to be you and you try to be me. And I think in today's world of social media, just now the able speaker before me spoke about drugs. I would speak about the digital drug. I'm guilty too. And that's exactly why I'm trying to tell you, in today's world, ladies and gentlemen, you can see somewhere on the dark alleys of internet, people know everything. They know almost everything about everyone's private life as well. And everyone is so happy. You even know which celebrity is cheating with somebody. And you think that is life. But I'd like for you to understand and also recognize as a doctor that 50% of my patients are because of the internet. During COVID, everybody put garlic in their nostril, onion in their underarm, and lots of other vegetables in parts I can't explain. We've forgotten how to laugh. You can clap when you feel like. All right, don't hesitate. We Indians have become superiorly good at cut, copy, badly paste. We have doctorates in plagiarism. And we're talking about Bharat, which is rising. I think the first thing we should stop is the fact that we need to copy a Harvard or a Stanford. I think we have fantastic universities in India. And I think from now on, we should start quoting all the Indian universities and not something from somewhere outside of India. They do good work. I don't discount that. But I think we do equally good work. And that's why I start this session by saying, I am enough. And I think you should feel the same way. And I think if you say this at least 10 times a day to yourself, ladies and gentlemen, and the young students are going to come out of here, I am enough. I think the rest will happen automatically. If somebody feels they become knowledgeable just because you've gathered a whole load of information from the internet, I'm sorry. As a person who deals with the brain, as a doctor, people ask me what kind of doctor. I'm just a kind doctor. People want to know my qualifications. Let me tell you, I'm a quack. I treat not only with my mind, but also with experience and something that I've seen over a period of 40 years. People ask me, how old are you? Even during lunch, somebody asks me. And I'm clarifying this, saying I'm 18 years with 48 years of good experience. Now you can do the math. Age is just a number. There is no age for learning. And if you believe that I can become better, I can become a better version of myself, I think you will be learning at every single forum, every single minute of your day. And that's why I keep saying, I am. I think that's my only message for today. Now, for this gentleman who thinks he's very educated, let me tell you as a doctor, he's sick. Mental health is an epidemic, and it's waiting to burst at its seams. And it's become almost trendy today to say, hey, I'm depressed, what about you? You're not? Oh my goodness, you should be. Why? Because a certain actress is depressed. And then you're doing a podcast on how nice it is to be depressed. And then how you can come out of it because somebody equally nice and depressed brought you out of it. Everything is a trend today. And I have serious issues with these trends. I'm introducing you to a new concept and a disease, which is called information hoarding. It's just like if you eat too much of food and your body is going to burst. The same thing will happen to your brains. Your brain will burst with information. And I think there's a limit to consumption of information. Ladies and gentlemen, please use your phones. Don't let your phones use you. Please use your devices, but don't let your devices use you. And that's why I tell people time and again, fake is everywhere, real is rare. And I want you to know this, that unless you understand your thoughts are unique, unless you understand that you are the best thing that happened to the world, unless you understand that you are as unique as everyone else in this room, and you can bring unique things to the table, believe me, the future is full of replaceable people. If you are just 99.9% and you're highly educated with 10 PhDs, some of which are of no use at all, I believe that you can be replaced. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. It's called the identity bubble reinforcement. Once you go through the research article, let me tell you that we all believe in identities too strongly. I'm Ramesh, I'm Suresh. On the one hand, it's good, but if you hold on to it too tightly, it's going to be a problem. And I am enough will never happen to you because you're always trying to compete with somebody else. I suggest a word from today, it's called collaborate. I suggest a word which means I compliment you, which means that we need to complement each other and not compete. Human beings are not meant for competition. Business is meant for competition. AI can never replace human beings. AI can always replace tasks. It cannot replace a human being. And let me tell you, after having worked with the brain for so many, many years, people consume information to belong, not to grow. If you have your peer group who's doing a certain thing, everybody just goes there and keeps doing the same thing. If you have somebody who's now saying that this is the trend and you should be doing this, everyone will go there and start doing the same thing. Where is your right brain? I want you to understand that for all the logical information, all the 99.9, there's also 100% unused material inside this small case of yours. And that's what makes you a master of yourself. We want to master everybody else, but when it comes to yourself, nobody really wants to do it. And in this context, the only thing that will help you master yourself is mastery of your thoughts. Most of us do not have it. Even the most sacred of Babas get angry. I mean, this country is full of those sad gurus. I'm a happy guru. And there's a big difference. I want you to understand I'm a drug peddler who deals with serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins. But what is most of the world doing today? They are dealing with adrenaline. You want fast, you want fast, you want pleasure, you want pleasure. And finally, what happens? Too much of dopamine. So what happens to the serotonin? Goes down. What do you get? Depressed. And that's why I keep telling everyone, it's all in the mind. And I am? What do you do from tomorrow? I'll share with you. But most of us like to fit in when we're actually designed to stand out. Why are you not standing out and want to always fit in? It's only sheep that fit in and crows that fit in. All powerful animals roam alone. And I want you to understand this very clearly. All lunatic animals also roam around alone. So if you think that there is a rule, there's always an exception to the rule. We need to be very selective about our information. I'm not saying information is bad. Information is necessary. For those of you who are looking into your phones, you will get diarrhea tomorrow. And that's why I want to look after yourself, because you are your home. You live here. Why won't I love me? Why won't I want to grow me? Why won't I want to be a stronger version of me? What do you call it in English? Being authentic. How do you be authentic? Just be a master of your own emotions. What drives you nuts? Your emotions. What makes you mad? Your emotions. What makes you depressed? Your chemicals and your emotions. We don't drink enough water anymore. I was observing a lot of people today, hardly any water. I drank all the water, visited the washroom at least 10 times. My kidneys are flushed. And thereby, that's the secret. People don't drink enough water. All they do is scratch on that damn screen of yours. Why am I here? I want you to explore the word. Explore the word. It's very difficult. It took me 40 years to be an overnight success. So if you start exploring it today, my dear students in particular, I want you to start exploring that I am enough. How would you do that? Very, very quickly, I'll tell you. Authenticity. It just means you are you, comfortable the way you are, accepting all your vulnerabilities, understanding that you can fail, but you can also succeed if you're you. No one, believe me, can replace you. The work I do, no one can do. And I'm very proud of it. I work in 12 careers today, and I do 12 jobs equally efficiently without compromising one for the other. If I can, then you surely can. And you can double what I do. And that's why I keep telling people, tap your potential. Authenticity and potential are very, very directly connected. So what will you do from tomorrow? Start small. I'll just give you 2 things or 3 things you can do from tomorrow. Sit with yourself silently for 10 minutes. Watch your thoughts. You don't need a tree. Now the next question will be, should I sit under a tree? Should I have my bath? Can I eat non-vegetarian? Should I drink beer? Or can it be on weekends? Oh man, can I have sex? You can. None of that matters with the right brain. And I want you to understand, just sit in silence, watch your thought. I always keep a small book with me. I have one right now. So any of the thoughts that I believe keep coming to me repeatedly. I just make a good note of it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're never truly yourself, you're doing great injustice to who you are. If you start small, maybe 1 year from now, you'll know what I'm talking about. Maybe 1 year from now, you'll understand that I am enough. Because you're not going to do the things that are going to make you fit in. You're going to do the things that is going to make you stand out. How do you do that? The second tip for the day, say no. 90% of the problems are when you say yes instead of saying a no. When people say no, they feel guilty. And then they give a big paragraph of explanation after the no. No means no. That's it. You don't need to explain it because you know. It's called intuition. Develop your intuitive skills. When you're going through information, do not consume information. Always just skim through information. Skim is like flipping the magazine pages. Ladies and gentlemen, time is very short. I'm dealing with a very, very intense topic. I want you to understand that it's really, really crucial. Even in companies in the future, that even if you adapt AI or you have machine learning, you make sure that you have authentic human resources. When you have Ramesh, Suresh, and Harish, they 3 will bring to your company what just one computer cannot bring through the whole world. And believe me, if you tap that, you'll understand that every single one of you in this room can bring to the table a part of yourself. And together we can grow. And that is what to me is Bharat, which means that we are so different yet so similar. We live in a world where the missiles are guided and the men are misguided. We live in a world where it's not the violence of the horrible people that's killing everybody, it's the silence of the good people. Why are you not speaking up when you should speak up? It's because you don't trust yourself. Why are you trying to fit in when you can stand out? It's because I'm worried about external validation. What will you think of me? What will you think of me? I'm quite okay. My one foot is in the grave, the other's on a slippery banana peel. It doesn't matter, because life and death, as a doctor, let me tell you, is unpredictable. You go to the gym, you'll die healthy. That's it. It's not unto us. So, ladies and gentlemen, with these few words, I value people's time. I always am conscious about other people's time, because to me, time is life. To me, time is me. And to me, your time is more precious than you. And that's why I believe that being me has been the biggest journey of my life. I want you to be you. Sit in silence for 5 minutes. What else do we do? Say no when you must be saying no and not yes. And lastly, always write down when you abandon yourself and you become somebody else. If you write that down maybe 12 times, you will know that this is one thing I need to watch out for, which means whenever you self-abandon, make a note of it. If you do this about 12 to 15 times, you will know one habit to get rid of so that you can become a better version of you. Ladies and gentlemen, the only competition is the man or the woman you see in the mirror, and nobody else is competition. Like I say, in the words of Dr.Ushy Mohandas, every time I say something, I quote and I ask people, who said it? They say Abraham Lincoln. I mean, why can't we say things as well? I want you to quote me. I have a lot of quotes on my social media handle, and I'm guilty of that too. Because if you're not on social media, people don't trust you. Today, everyone is a Google University graduate. If I tell you, you won't listen now, you'll go Google. Depression is a disease of the future. Whatever you're listening to in terms of information, 50% is forgotten in 1 hour, ladies and gentlemen. But if I show you kindness, love, trust, respect, and all these virtues, it can never ever be forgotten. Some things in life money cannot buy. I want you to start cultivating 2 of those things in your life from today. And that will last with you forever. Why? Because that is the foundation of authenticity. I care. So I am enough. I also care. I think these 2 would be more than sufficient for you to take away with you. Very grateful to the institution. I got a chance to come and visit all of you. I love the campus. I love this. Like I say, I've always been a teacher. I touch the future. And I think that's what you should also understand, that a part of me will always be with you. Maybe there's a reason why I had to come this far. There was a woman on my flight, and I was just narrating to somebody. She asked me, "You going to Ahmedabad?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Me too." Many PhDs. Supposed to be a teacher, but it took me by shock for 2 seconds. And I was like, am I on the wrong flight? And guess what? I said, I am. What? Enough. I think you should say this. You're not sure. You're not enough because you're being somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, I say, and I keep repeating this fact to all my students, I cannot, in my last 60 plus years, think of a single reason why I'm afraid to be me. If you are afraid, I think it's time for that 5 to 10 minutes of silence with yourself. You are your biggest friend, ladies and gentlemen. You are your biggest enemy. And the choice is for you to make in this 1,200 grams that's between your ears. One last time before I end. Real is very rare. Fake is everywhere. So put that damn phone of yours to the side. Stop scratching those screens 24/7. People are faking marriages. People are faking deaths. People cannot fake pregnancies. And people have forgotten how to laugh. So if you like what I shared, I want you to give me a good shout out, great cheer, and a lot of screams, because that's the only thing that I really like.